Hi there, in this video I'll show you how to create a chatbot for WordPress website using WPP Next generator. So here is an example of chat you will get. The feature of this chat is you can create any post on your website, and these posts will be stored to the vector store on OpenAI platform, and your assistant will be using these documents for references to answer your users, your website visitors. For example, let's see this one. Let's check what the assistant, our chatbot, will answer if I ask something from the article I uploaded already to the store. For example, why don't more people use crypto payments? And let's see what it answers us. Wait several seconds, and yes, we have answer of our chatbot, and here are lots of text and even references to our file. Also, in this video I'll show you how to save API key on your website, how to create vector store via your website, how to create assistant via your website, and also how to upload all these articles that you have on your website just by clicking one button. If you need only code, you can simply go to my GitHub repo and download all this stuff from here and use this chatbot on your project. Small disclaimer, this bot was created very fast, and I think I spent about 3 hours, so code isn't perfect. If you have any suggestions of improving the code structure and etc., you can make pull requests. You can get this code and change it any way you want. I'm sure you know what to do with all this stuff. So my name is Maxim Marko. Let's start with the video. I created a test website. This website is on my local machine, and now I need to create a starter kit for my future WordPress plugin. I'm going to make it on this website, and here is a small form that I have to fill in, and yes, let's do it right now and continue. Plugin is generated right now, and now we can get the package with all the files and folder that we need. Let's download it, and now we can close this website. Then I can enter my local website and go to plugins, add new, and choose file, and select this file that we just generated on WPP Next website. Before activating the plugin, I need to make some changes, as usually. And now here is my cursor, and let's open the terminal and run composer install command. This command will generate outload files, and after that we can activate our plugin. Yes, plugin activated successfully, and now we can continue. Then our website will be using JavaScript, so we need to install some packages for JavaScript. There are several packages. There are several main packages and thousands of depending packages. So yes, while it is installing, I can go to my dashboard, admin dashboard. Here you can see this plugin. It is activated and working well. We need to make several things. First of all, we need settings page that we'll be using for saving API key, creating assistant, creating vector storage, and uploading the files. So we have prepared settings page, and I think we can use this settings page for our goal. Let's find this page in our code. It is right here. Settings menu view, and yes, it is this page. This page will be used for our forms, and also we need one more file, this one, that will be used for our logic. So let's create the first form that will be saving the API key in our database. Here is the form we can use for our goal, and there are several things that have to be added to this form. For example, nonce and some fields. For example, this field that will contain API key. Then, after save, we can add some changes to our controller. This code will be managing the request from the form and save the data to database. Here is the option that will contain the API key, and also we need to push this API key to our form. This variable will be used in our form to display the API from the database. Let's save the changes and check the admin panel. Yes, now as you can see, we have one more field, and we can save some data, and our key saves successfully. We can refresh the page, and it is here. But now we should remove this fake API key to place here real one. So go to options, go to the last page, find this API key, and delete it. Now we need to go to OpenAI platform to generate our API key. After you entered the official website, you can go to API platform. Then here you can create new project or use existing ones. Let's name it Chatbot create. We just created the new project, and now we can go to API reference, to the dashboard, API case, and create new secret key. Let's name it this way, and tag permissions, all the permissions. Okay, create. So now we can use this API key on our chatbot. Go here, paste, save. Now we saved our API key, and we can now move forward. After this, we need to create vector storage to store some files, some data from our website. If you go to OpenAI platform and go to storage, you can see that we haven't any vector storage here. We can create it manually, but it's not cool, so let's do it right here. And now we can create form that will be creating vector storage from our website. Go to our code and let's create new form. So here is the form to create vector store. This form isn't available if the API key is empty. So now the API key isn't empty, and now we can see the create vector store form. Then we need to add some logic here and go and in this code we will be using the OpenAI library. This library we can install using this GitHub repo, and go here, go down and find this line of code. Go to our editor and paste it here. This error is because I'm using antivirus. So let's turn off the antivirus for 10 minutes and run this command one more time. All the packages are installed, and now we can use OpenAI library in our setup. As you can see, now it isn't highlighted as red, and this class is available in this code. What we have here, we have the same structure as in API key form. Post super global array post, then several checkings, and we create the storage on OpenAI side. And after all this mess, we can save this name and ID to database. Let's create vector store for chatbot and try do it. Yes, vector storage is created. Let's check it on OpenAI site. Refresh the page, and yes, we created the new vector store, and this vector store will be used for our assistant, for our bot in the future. Now we need to create assistant. It is a OpenAI model that will be communicate with our users, with us, and answer our questions. Let's go to code. We need to place it right here. Here we have form, and we need to add vector store ID. Let's go to the top and add this one here. So we have form to create for creation assistant, and now we can go to our logic, create store, and here we can create assistant. So yes, here is some code for assistant creation, and here are lots of stuff, and we get vector store ID, we check API key, and then we create assistant with using this instruction. We allow the assistant to search in the files, and we connect this assistant to created storage, and also we use GPT-4o model for this assistant. And let's check the admin panel. Assistant name. We can use this default assistant name, super useful assistant, and let's create it. Yes, we created the assistant. Let's check it on our OpenAI site. Assistants, super useful assistant, and here is the prompt. And this assistant is connected to vector storage, and it is allowed to looking for files in the system. Okay, the next stuff is we need to upload the files to vector storage. And we can use different ways to upload files. We can upload them manually. We can do it from our website. In this case, I think it will be interesting approach to upload our posts. For example, not this one. For example, I want to make the assistant to search information inside my posts. So before this, I need to add some posts to my website to allow assistant to looking for information in these posts. I can go to my blog and copy some articles and paste them to our local website for test. For example, I want to use this article. I simply copy all this stuff, publish, then add new post. Let's create something. Let's get something. Oh, maybe this about crypto. And one more. Let's find something interesting. Maybe this about restaurants. I think 3 documents will be enough for testing. Save. Great. Now we have 3 articles in our database on our local website, and we can upload these articles to our local storage. How to do it? Let's go to settings. Okay, we should rename, I think, this chatbot settings, and the same for the link. Yes, working well. Now we have a chatbot settings, and we can continue. Go to our settings menu page and create one more form for this page. Here is the code of the file upload form, and let's add some logic here. Here we have next we have some checkings as always. Then we get all the posts from database. By the way, you can use your own custom post type for this goal. For example, if you have a blog on your website and you want to have a post type for private documents, you can create this custom post type and use it for this goal here. But for testing, I will be using just post default post type on this website. Then we go through all the posts. We check if this post is in local store. If yes, we continue, we don't do anything. If this file doesn't exist in vector store, we move forward and extract some content, remove some data, some comments, and create temporary files. And finally, we upload this file to vector store and save the ID of this file to post meta of our post. Also, we remove this temporary file and move forward. Let's check it on our admin dashboard. And yes, we have no files in the vector store. And now let's upload some files to vector store right now. We uploaded 3 files and let's check them here. Refresh the page, and yes, all these 3 files are in vector storage on OpenAI platform. Great. Now we can move forward, creation our chatbot. Now we need to save our chat with our bot in some place in database. I think it will be a good idea to create a custom post type where we can save our threads. So go to the code. Then we need to find post type generator, and we have here some example of creation of custom post type. But let's remove this and place our code, our custom post type that will be storing our threads in the database. Now we need to run this code in the main file, and if we refresh the page, we can see our new custom post type threads. Very good. Now we can move forward and create some routes for our API calls. For this goal, we will be using this folder, features API, and here we can create new one folder. So in this file we place this code, and we have some issue here. I think it's about namespacing. Let's fix this. And yes, we fixed this issue. And what this code does. Here are several checkings. Then we get user question and thread ID. If there isn't thread ID, we create new thread and start the thread from scratch. If thread ID is in the database, we can use it for our conversation and get the previous messages and use them in our current chat. Then we make request to OpenAI, have response, and also save all the data in the database to our custom post type. And also we need to create one more file. This route gets all existing threads from the database, and our JavaScript will be using this information to allow user select existing thread or create new ones. So we have custom post type threads that we just created, and we have response that we'll be using on our JavaScript. Now we just need to enable these files. And yes, and now we can continue and go to JavaScript. We will be using React.js on our website, so we need to go to CRC, frontend, and here is the example of using React.js on the website using this starter kit. And I've previously copied this folder and renamed it to Chatbot, and I removed lots of unnecessary stuff from this file system. So I just explain you what I've done to increase the speed of this video. So go to the CRC folder in our editor, and now we have a main file index.js. Before we can start this code and you can see any changes on your website, we need to make some changes in our config. So we go here and looking for this part. This part is for React.js application that we have here, but we have another folder. It calls chatbot. Now, after we created this alias, we can go and run npm run watch. And our files are compiling now, and we will see the changes in several seconds, okay, minutes. Then we go back and let's check this alias. Yes, it is this alias. And now we need to display this application somewhere on our website. To do this, I will be using shortcode, and I need to create a shortcode. So I go to frontend, utilities, shortcode, and here you can see that our default application is connected to our website, but we need to create one more and make some small changes to run this code on our website, this application on our website. Before this, we need to create this file. Create file and insert to this file some code. Here is the main element where our application will be displayed. Copy the shortcode, go to the pages, add new. Let's create new page and name it chatbot. chatbot find shortcode and insert this. Now let's check the page. We have some trouble here. Why our shortcode doesn't work? Yes, before we can see any React.js changes, we need to connect script to our website. So we can go to WP enqueue scripts and add some code here. Let's add this code here, and I think we need to fix some troubles here. And yes, let's check what we have. Our chatbot loaded, but we have some trouble here. I think it's because this stuff. Okay, to fix this we need to go to CRC folder, then go to services, API, and change this line of code. Great. We add our application to the website, and maybe let's try to ask something our bot. What our bot will answer us. As you can see, it works well, and let me show you what we have under the hood. So our chatbot folder, here is the pages and the main page where our code is compiled. Here is some React code, and we have here our HTML markup and some states. Also we have API set it, and this service that helps us to communicate with our assistant and get treats. So we use these services in our on our page, and this way we can get treats from the database and make request to OpenAI. If you refresh the page, you can see that we have this drop down, and here is our created thread, and if you select this thread, you can see our conversation with our assistant. If you go to admin panel, you can find this thread saved here, and all the chat elements, all the messages are stored in the database, connected to this custom post type using post meta. And okay, and let's ask him something that he knows, that it knows about our documents that we loaded to the website. For example, let's ask him something about QR code menus. If it knows something about this. And waiting several seconds. Yes. Here is the response that is getting from our document. That's it I wanted to show you today, and if you have any questions, please let me know. Have a nice day.